Hello, friends. First, I have drama. Basically, you should be seeing this on Saturday, January 29th. And I should have been sitting on a bus to Magic Kingdom right now. But I am not. Sorry, that was extra dramatic. Basically, there's a huge winter storm going on in the Northeast. So our flight got canceled and now we're going tomorrow instead. I'm very sad. But happily, instead, let's talk about finished pages. That's what we're going over today. So I ended up currently finishing 29 pages. It is the 28th of the month. And I've had like 3 stressful days because of this trip in a row. I thought I would have had more done by now. I very likely will still get 1 or 2 more pages in when we actually do get to go to the airport tomorrow instead of today. But 29 is pretty good. Also, I ended up finishing 15 out of my 10 books to finish. And my goal for the month out of that is 16 a month. So I'm staying okay with that. Plus, one of the 2 books I'm bringing with me to Disney is one of my 10 books to finish. So I am hoping that we'll stay okay. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, I'm going to show you color by number first, then non-color by number, and then everything Disney. So here we go. Let's just get right into it. First is Stone Mosaic. Again, most of these books are going to be my 10 to finish. I think my best course of action for my personal goal setting is going to be to like go hard at the beginning of the year while I'm still like really into it, and then if it trails off it'll be easier later, if that makes any sense. All right, Stone Mosaics. So also, this is my first month I've been using my magnetic bookmarks that my friend Toll got me, and they worked out pretty good so far, so I'm happy to have them. And now I don't have to use all of the little tabbies that I've been hoarding. But anyway, I have just been going in reverse order in this book. So here we go. This is a picture and I guess some apples. Then we got some flower vases and a cool pattern. Done. And a house under a tree. And finally, this month we have another house that's got like a water mill going on. So 4 in there, pretty good. I actually do have a few pages that are not in order in this book that I've like picked randomly, but there's that. Next, I have Mystery Mosaics, book 2. Oh, and I finished a double page spread. Let's see, these are so hard to show because of the weird way they're in here. Let's see, can we get it all in? I did this race car one. Double pages are kind of crazy to work on. For the most part, since it's just color by number, I kind of just do 1 page and then unfold it and do the other page. I don't like work on the whole thing at once. So that's so far what's worked for me, but the doubles are annoying. I'll be honest with you. They're cool when they're done, but whew, that's a lot. Then color by color stained glass mandala book. I love this book. I don't want it to be over, but I actually had like a tiny cold scare. I wanted to say the other C word, but it ended up just being like a 24-hour cold thing. Everything was good. So I just sat in my bedroom for like 3 days and rested and colored just out of this book, which of course is my favorite thing. So I got a bunch done, and this will likely be my first book finished, and I'm sad about it because I love them. So I'm hoping that Kira Shergenova, did I say it was by her, sees this and comes out with a new mandala book, because her first mandala book is one of the other books that I have completely finished, and whatever it is about them, they're my favorite. But anyway, here we go. Number 1. Number 2. There's not much to say about these, and basically every single color by number book I have been using my new Blick markers that I got for Christmas. Number 3. This one's pretty. This one I had already done. No, I think I did do this one too. Number 4. Number 5. I like these colors a lot. I like that there are completely different color palettes. And that's the last one. Some dragonflies. So we are getting close in here too. And I'm going to be so sad. I love this book. Next, I did my first page in Mosaic Art Patterns by Sachin Sachdeva. I was really wanting to do a pattern page, but I like couldn't make up my mind. So in a bunch of my pattern books, I just like have done 6 X's now that I'm going to find later and be like, huh. So So I ended up doing this one randomly. I didn't know what it was going to be. And I still don't really know what's going on here. It looks like smiley faces. I think it just genuinely is a random pattern. So it's like smiley faces and then just like pink and then green. I don't know if the green is supposed to be money. I don't know. But it was fun to do. And these books, like I love the pixels, but this is like the full 8x10 pixel. They take a while. I think I ended up using Heathrow markers, the like dual-ended. I got them from Jamie for my birthday, and I used that, and they worked out really nicely. So that was fun. I think that was my first, no, I definitely finished one other page with those markers, but then I did a page in Party Patterns. This is another book that I definitely just like have random X's all over, so we'll see. And I did this one, it's Presents. So the background was actually supposed to be a different color, but I didn't want to do that. So my attempt was to have all of the presents be solid and then the background be X method, but I ended up using Towtree markers, so the X is kind of bled a little bit, so it's nearly solid, but I still like the effect of it. So I definitely changed that background color. I think that's the only color I changed, but yeah, by the end of this one, this took me like 4 days for no reason. Luckily, I was doing other things too. I don't know what was wrong with me with this page though. So that's what worries me, because I have like, this is one of my 10 to finish, and I have now 23 left, and that's so many. So I need to do more out of this book. Next, I've said this before, but when I get in the mood for these pages, I just go for it. So let me get out my bleeding sheets, but I did, looks like 3. This is Color by Number Mandalas by Jade Summer. And I'm mostly just randomly going with here. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, so I did this one, so I'll try to avoid greens in the next one. But it's mostly random. I did this one. And finally, that one. So I'm doing pretty good in here. I don't know why, but this book, I never want to do just one. I always want to do at least 3 or 4 pages. So that will hopefully help me in trying to finish it. I had 30 left, so I have 27 left. Cool. I have completed 2 more mandalas in my 100 Beautiful Mandalas. This book is another 10 to finish, and I had 20 to go. So I still have 18 to go, but 2 I finished. This one, I don't remember where I got this color palette, what inspired it. I have no idea. So, can't tell you. And then this color palette, I just did the 25th. And these are actually the 7 markers that I'm bringing with me to Disney, which is so silly. But I'm only bringing a 1-color book. So I just picked 7 markers to bring with me, so I don't like take up too much space. I'm actually using my case that I brought to Chicago with me, so it just has the markers in there, and I thought the colors looked really good together, so I did a mandala. So that's that. Okay, next up is our non-color by number. We're going too fast, I think, but it's kind of hard to talk about the color by number in depth because the hard part's done for me. It's just color by number, you know? So I finally got another page down and done. Not down, done. This is the shiniest book, by the way. It's metallic orange, so I'm gonna try to hold it up, but I'm like blinding myself holding it at this angle. But this is Nickelodeon's The Splat, coloring the 90s. I love it. I'm a 90s gal. I'm stuck in the 90s, and I did Reptar. I love it. So what I ended up doing was using watercolor, the Kuretake watercolor, like the extra set that came out, and I did the green for Reptar. That's all I did in watercolor. For me, I have a problem with wallpaper pages because it feels so tedious. So watercolor made everything go much quicker. So I did that with him, and then I'm pretty sure I just used my remaining Towtrees for everything else. I did the, what are you called? I'm definitely forgetting a book. Oh my goodness, I just remembered. I remembered I don't have my buddy color book. I'm turned around. I'm sorry if you could hear that. Okay. so sorry. Awkward. Anyway, I did the chocolate milk, because if you are a Rugrat fan, maybe you remember the episode where all the dads had to watch the kids, and there was, they were watching like the Super Bowl, and Grandpa Lou gave Tommy a chocolate milk bottle and everybody else regular milk. So they like fought over the chocolate milk, made a huge mess. It was a whole thing. I thought that was like a fun throwback to the show. And I was also leaving the bones white. And I, this month, definitely embraced leaving things white and that still being okay. But I thought that would have been too much. So very, very long story. But there's my Reptar and I love it. And I wish there was even more Rugrats pages in here. There's a bunch. So it's like, this book has Ren and Stimpy. I am not a Ren and Stimpy fan. I just never thought that was a kid's show. I would kind of like to watch an episode now and see what my opinion was, but I can't imagine it's any better. Rocco's Modern Life, Real Monsters, Angry Beavers, Wild Thornberries, and then my favorite, which is Rugrats. So, ooh, a Rocket Power. Yeah, that's that book. Next, the page that I forgot, the Whimsy Girls Around the World coloring book by Hannah Lynn. This is her newest coloring book, and I did the first page. This was our group buddy color for the month. I should probably put the date on it. Ooh, do I have a pen? I'm just going to put Jan. I don't really date my pages, but I like to with my Hannah Lynn's. I don't know why, but apparently I forgot. But anyway, this was my group buddy color. So if you haven't seen that, you should check it out. Here it is. What can I say? Oh, the background, I used my Jane Davenport pastels, and I thought it looked really cool. This is the first time I tried to like make shade clouds, and I definitely am down to try that again. And then I just used markers for everything else. I like glazed over her eyes. I never know what to do with Hannah Lynn eyes. I still don't really have a method that I love, but this was fun to do. So there's that. Then for Patreon, I did a page from Well Dressed Pets. If you remember, I think I've mentioned this in multiple videos as a book I finally have to work in, and I finally did. So this is a Crayola book, Well Dressed Pets. It's so fun. And I did this page. We had a bingo prompt this month to use crayons, and I figured what better book to use crayons in than a Crayola book. So that is what I did, and this is what I picked. And I just used my Crayola Twistables and just straight colored everything. I wasn't too fancy with it. I just thought it was fun. This is obviously based on American Gothic. And originally I like looked up the picture to try to get inspiration, but it is a very drab picture, which I know that's the point, but it wasn't really much to copy because there would have been a lot more browns going on. So I made it American Gothic with a fun twist, and I've been calling it Meowican Gothic. So there's that extra info you didn't need to know. Whew. I'm still speeding. This is only 13 minutes so far. Let's stay calm. Next up, I have a page done from Colored with Love. This is a book by Colored Caramel. I recently discovered them in December, and their stuff is super cute. They actually have their first Easter book for the year. I don't know if they're doing more, but there is an Easter book already released. I'm on the fence about it because Easter is like half bunnies, which I like, and also half chickens, which is not my thing, as you probably know. So we'll see. But this book I got from my cousin for Christmas, and it's super cute. I actually did 2 pages in this book, but one of them you're not going to see in time. Oh no, it's a Patreon page. I can totally show that, right? Oh, but it's a Patreon page for next month. All right, I'm only showing you one of the 2 pages, and I'm sorry that got so weird. But I finished, and I love this page. These are my avocados. I actually did this on Patreon too. So they're so cute, and I love them. And I don't know what else to say. I didn't love, I was afraid of avocados for a really long time because I am an incredibly picky eater. But I decided to try more things. Mostly, I don't like tomatoes, and that kind of turned me off to a lot of Mexican food in general because obviously tomatoes are everywhere. But like, I had guacamole without tomatoes, and I was like, oh, and okay. And now like I've had like avocado toast and things like that. So that, again, long backstory to say, look at these cuties. I definitely used my Towtrees because that's all I use. They're my favorite. You just got to go with what you love. And I used Emily's like method of like, what do you call it? With the blender. the colorless blender to kind of like make texture. So I textured the clouds a little bit, and I think I basically just outlined everything in glitter. So I feel like I used a specific set of glitter though. Oh, that's because for Christmas I got a bunch of jelly rolls. So I used jelly rolls to outline everything, and I used my iridescent medium on all the wings and stuff like that. So I love this page, and I think it's super cute, and I think most of Colored Caramel stuff is super cute. I say most, they also intentionally come out with spooky books, which I think is fun. So if you're interested in that, they have that too. But I did one more page, and hopefully we'll get a few more done in February. But love is all year round, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. There is that. Next, I went on another little spree. I actually only finished 2, but I have one more in progress that I just kind of got distracted from. But this is another series that if I do one, I just want to keep going. So this is Spiroglyphics by Thomas Pavitt. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And this is the Disney Villains version. So I use, oh, I have a pack right here. I use the Jot Dollar Tree gel pens, and basically one of these pages usually takes 2 full gel pens. So that's what I'll do. I'll just like pick a color and then find a villain that in my opinion matches that color. So that's what I'll do, and that's what I did. So let's see what we got. Okay, first, can you tell who it is? It is Captain Hook. I also like to quiz Sam, and about like every half an hour I'll be like, guess who it is, until he can get it. So here he is, Captain Hook. I don't know, he just feels red. He has that red coat, that's it. So Captain Hook, and then I did Hades, my fave. Well, Ursula's my fave, but Hades is like a top 3 tier villain, love him. And then I will give you a sneak peek. Let's see if anybody can guess. Let me know down below if you can guess who this is. It's hard because I know who it is, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I didn't, if I didn't already know the answer, I'm not sure I'd be able to guess, but maybe. So take your guesses. I think that could be fun. Hopefully that'll be done next month unless I forget about it, but this is another contender for a book I want to finish this year. It's so hard because I picked the 10 to finish. I'm overwhelmed by the amount to do in the 10 to finish. And then I'm sitting here like, I want to finish this one and this one and this one and this one. Like, girl, you finished 2 books. Like, calm down. So, we'll see. All right, more Disney. I did apparently 2 Colored by Number this month. That doesn't feel like enough, but that's what I got next to me. I did my first page from Babies. This was from Christmas. So, let's see. Oh. It's a surprise, even to us. Winnie the Pooh, super cute. So what was fun about this, instead of using my usual black Tombow dual-ended pen, I actually used glitter gel pen. So I had purchased a 24 pack of Sargent Art glitter gel pens, just the black color. You could get Sargent Arts by color, which is super awesome, especially for stuff like this. So that is what I do with that. I want to say for outlining, usually you can get 2 pages from one gel pen, but it depends. And it's a good deal, and I don't always remember to do it. But I did it for this, for Winnie the Pooh, and it's super cute, and it's my first page in here, and I love it. So there's that. And another Christmas one, and another first page is from Mickey & Co. Circles. So I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the circles compared to the regular. I keep trying, and there are some like amazing pictures, which is obviously why I keep buying them. But I never remember to go towards the circles, so I wanted to with this one. Oh, again, it's another back of the page. And I did the sad Mickey Mouse. This is perfect now that he knows my flight got canceled. But I will get to you, Mickey. I'm going to see you this week. Don't you worry, little guy. So I did this one because it has a super easy color palette, and I just thought it was fun. And I think I actually ended up using my gray mild liners for at least one of these grays because it's hard. My Statlers that I love to use the most, all of their grays actually lean really blue. So I didn't love that. Like even this one that's super light is leaning blue to me. So I'm pretty sure this one and this one are both mild liners. So that's fun. That's the zebra mild liners, which is what I use for journaling. So that is from that one. And then finally, my final page. I forgot that I did this month because it felt like so long ago, which is crazy. But this is also a first page in a book, and it's not color by number. Guys, look at me go. Claps. This is Disney Mandalas, and I got this like last year, and I love their non-color by numbers, but I never color in them, which is obviously a problem. Like, I just collect them. So I was like, okay, we're going to do it. My goal is to do one Disney non-color by number month. We'll see. But anyway, I did one this month, and I went with the simple one. I had to start easy, but I finished Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I love it. So this one isn't the most mandala-y. I mean, the Evil Queen repeats, so I guess that's how they get away with it. But yeah, I tried to get their hats as accurate to the movie as I could. I think Dopey looks great, and Grumpy looks pretty accurate. And then I felt, originally I was like, oh, should I shade? Like, I always want to go above and beyond for the Disney pages just because I love them so much. But I was like, I'm going to ease myself into it. So the only shading I did is I gave their noses a second coat of like a pinker color, and I think it looks great. So I'm pretty pleased with this. And then I did stickles on her red accents, and I don't know if I'm as pleased with that. I want the glitter to be even thicker. So I did his glasses metallic too. That was basically all of my little emphasis. I also, apparently, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I did the very tip of her crown in stickles also. So that's that. Also, her skin is super pale, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. But I didn't even realize. I was like, wow, that's paler than I was even expecting. So there we go. That is the 29 pages I did, hopefully. If I missed anything else, I'm sorry. If it's tabbed, I'll show you next month. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. For our secret word, I'm going to ask you your favorite dwarf. So it could be any of the 7. I think. Growing up, I was obsessed with Dopey. And I had a sweatshirt that had Dopey on it. And I would tell people that that was my boyfriend. And that's embarrassing looking back. Because why did I do that? I don't know. But if I had to pick now, I really enjoy Happy, but I probably relate the most to Bashful. So there's that information. So you let me know down below who your favorite dwarf is. Also, how did you do this month? Are you pleased with everything you colored? Do you have goals for next month? All that fun stuff down below. I did pre-film for next week when I will still be in Disney World, and I am hoping to come back and do a haul when I get back. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And if you are also up here in the Northeast, I hope you stay safe and warm and inside if you can. Unless you like playing in the snow with your pups. I'll probably now get to enjoy the day with Noodles, which I'm very much team everything happens for a reason. So that's it. What's my outro? Like this video if you enjoyed. Comment anything you want to comment down below, including a dwarf of your choosing. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time, and I will be back again next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye, friends.